1 says graph 4y plus 2x equals 4. Graph 4y plus 2x equals 4. Tamara, do you know what I have to do first on that problem? What? Draw your line, and what else do you have to do? Okay, so be careful. What letter do I circle? Y. So this one is in the opposite order. So what's going over to the other side, Tamara? The 2x. So it's positive 2x, so it becomes minus 2x. All right. Monica, what's still with the y? A 4? How do I get rid of that 4? Good. You divide everything by 4. So I get y equals, Dylan, 4 divided by 4. 1. Andrea, negative 2 divided by 4. Use your calculator. Negative 2 divided by 4 and do math. Enter, enter. And I need to put the x with it. Jacob Shelton, what would be my m? Very good. Negative 1/2. M is the number with the x. M is the number with the x. It's your slope. It's your slope. Blake, what would be your b? 1. B is the other number. Okay? All right. Chuck, which one of these goes on the graph first? The 1 or the negative 1/2? The b. Good. The b goes on the graph first. That's your starting value. It's the one you start with. B is your starting value. So you put a point at 1 on the y. You always put the point on the y. So put a point at 1. I'm going to start at 1, and I'm going to go down because it's negative. I'm going to go down 1 block and over 2 blocks. Okay, so I'm going to start here. I'm going to go down a block and over 2 blocks, and that's where I put my next point. And that's how I graph that line. Number 2, Joey, read this one. Good. I need to make this a y equals. Gracie, what would my y equals be? What's the first number? 10. What do I need to do for longer? Put a what sign? Plus. 2/3. And what am I going to do for the time of Roxanne? What letter am I going to put? X. Good. Okay. Let me do my M and my B. Zaria, what would be my M? 2/3 or 10? M is always with the X, so M is 2/3 and B is 10. B is 10. Okay. Allison, which one of these do I put on the graph? 10. 10 is my starting value. So I put that on the Y, so I go up to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I put a point there. This is positive 2. It's positive 2. That means you go up. It's positive 2, so that means you go up. So Ethan G, where do I go from here? Up to and over 3. All right, number 3, graph x equals -1. Ethan H, what do you notice about that one? Why? There is no y in this problem. There is no y in this problem. So I have to put -1 on the x. I have to put -1 on the x. Chad, which one's the x? This one or the one going up and down? Yeah, that one. That one's the x. Okay. Daniel, with -1, would I go left or right for negative? Left. Put a point at -1. All right. Chuck, what kind of line am I going to draw now? Very good. Up and down line. All right. Let's put what M is and what B is. Allison, what does M stand for? The slope. M stands for slope. It's just a letter they use so you don't have to write the whole word. Okay, they just use that letter so you don't have to write the whole word. Blake, what's the slope of that line? Very good. No slope. Good job, Blake. Joey, do you remember what the B stands for? All right, it's the y-intercept. The y-intercept. Joey, does this line cross the y anywhere? So there's none. There's no y-intercept either. That one's a none. Okay. Number 4, graph y equals 7. Monica, what do you notice about this one? There's just one number. What letter is it missing? So there's no x in this one. There's no x. Chad, where do I put the 7? On the y. So, yep, I go up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put a point. Ethan G, what kind of line do I draw? Good. Straight across. All right, Jacob Shelton, what does the M stand for? Good. 0 slope. Yep. Remember, it's like a Z. 0 slope. 0 slope. Okay? Andrea, what is the B? What does that mean? Like, what's the B asking for? The y-intercept. Ethan, does this one cross the y anywhere? Where does it cross? At 7. That one does cross the y. It crosses at 7. So that one does have B. B is 7. Okay. All right, number 5. We did do this one yesterday. Again, we're just reviewing. Ethan H., read 5 for us.
All right. The oil reservoir car has a leak. The reservoir of 5 quarts of oil would lose a half a quart each day.
Good. Dylan, help me do a y equals.
Y equals 5.
Plus or minus? What do you do for each day? Put an X. Okay, good. All right, Daniel, what will be my M?
Your M will be
What? What? What?
-1/2.
Tamara, what would be my B? Yes. Yes, Ethan? When it says less than. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Joey, if I wanted to put this on the graph, which one would go on the graph first? Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the one you start with. You start with that one. Okay. All right. Jacob Shelton, after I put that on 5, I go how? Good. Jacob, why did we go down? Yeah, because there's a negative right there. That's why we went down. Number 6. Okay. Good. Please circle profit on your paper. Please circle profit. Profit is the money that you make. It's the money you make. That's what profit is, okay? That's what it will be when you go work in a job somewhere. Profit is always the money you make. Okay, we talked about this yesterday, but again, we just need to review. How's Megan making money? What's she doing? She's selling chocolate bars for how much? So that's how she's making money. 75 cents per chocolate bar. So that's 0.75x. Okay, you got to be really careful on this one. There's one other number they give you. What is it? 6. This is the money that she's making. Do we add 6 to the money she's making, or do we take away 6? She paid out of her profit. She paid out of her profit. Yes? 3/4. Yep. Okay? All right. I'm going to say this one more time. The reason we take away 6 is because profit is the money you make. She's not making $6. She's taking away the $6 to buy the chocolate bars. Okay? All right, so let's do our M and our B. Ethan G, what's the M? He's converting 75 cents to a fraction, 3/4. 75 cents is 3/4 out of 4. Okay? And B is -6. Okay? All right, Tamara, how would I put that on a graph? Yep. Do the -6 first. Then, Monica, what would I do from there? Oh, good. Up 3 and over 4. Okay. Number 7, graph 3x plus 2y equals 8. Blake, what do you have to do first on this one? But circle y and draw your line. Circle y and draw your line. Always circle y. Okay. Dylan, what moves to the other side? So you minus 3x. You minus 3x. Chuck, what else do we have to do? Very good. Divide everything by 2. So I'm going to get y equals, Gracie, 8 divided by 2? Ethan H, -3 divided by 2. Zaria, what's my M? Good job, girl. And so my B is 4. My B is 4. Okay. All right. Andrea, help me graph this. Okay. Good job. All right. Garrett is selling canned drinks to raise money for the tennis team. He makes $1.25 per can, but he paid $5 for the box of 12. Graph a function rule illustrating Garrett's profit. Dylan, what word do I want you to circle? Profit. So I want you to circle profit. Bishop, what is profit? Yep, it's the money you make. Let's see. Gracie, how is Garrett making money? What's he doing to make money? He's selling canned drinks. Andrea, how much is he selling them for a piece? And what do I have to put with $1.25? Why? Good, because it's per can, so it gets an X. Jacob Shelton, what else is important that we need to put up here? Very good. -5 because you're paying that out. You can put y equals in front if you want. Tamara, what's your M? Y. Because it's with the X. And so B is -5. B is -5. Chuck, which one goes on the graph first? So I go down 5. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't do $1.25. Slope always has to be a fraction. If you want, you could type in 1.25 in your calculator and hit math, enter, enter. Or again, you can just think about it as quarters. How many quarters is $1.25? 5 quarters, and there's 4 quarters in $1. That's just how I think of everything in math is money, because money makes more sense to me than just numbers, than just decimals. Okay. All right, so from here I go up 5 and
Number 4.